I have gone ahead and made every single first round pick of the 2023 draft a 99 overall in 2K23 today. Not only that, every single player who was either drafted in the second round or was undrafted ended up being an 80 overall, so shout out to Kobe Jones. He might be a bigger hooper in this video than in real life. 30 different 99 overalls were just added into the league, and we're also simulating past free agency, so some players could sign places we wouldn't expect. For example, Kyrie Irving is joining the Jazz, James Harden is going to the Pacers for some reason. I've only simulated one single day so far, and these are the rookie report averages. We got Brandin Miller, Dariq, Whitehead, all these guys are putting up great performances. And I'm showing this because I want you guys to comment down below which rookie out of all of them do you think will be the best. And let me know which one you're rooting for. Maybe he got drafted to your team, maybe he's from your favorite college team. Comment down below who you're rooting for. I'm a Duke fan. Dereck Lively went to the Mavs, so I kind of can't root for him. Little unfortunate. I hate the Mavs. We all know this. It shouldn't be the surprise that in the first season with a 99 overall Victor that he'd win MVP, but here we are, 33, 15, and 9 with 2 steals and 3 blocks for the Spurs. He also won Rookie of the Year. Shea is coming off the bench now in OKC. Victor also won Defensive Player of the Year. Darius Garland won Most Improved, 27 and 11, and Quinn Snyder is your Coach of the Year for the Hawks. The All-NBA first team has one player who's not a rookie, and that's Joel Embiid. Everyone else, they are rookies. The only non-rookies who made an All-NBA team are Luka, Bam, and Anthony Davis, and Giannis as well. I guess those 5 make sense. I wasn't expecting to see a Disney here, but there we are. Now in this, because there's 30 different 99 overalls and there's so many different players and teams and storylines to focus on, I'm only going to jump into the conference finals. And the first year, we got Atlanta versus Indiana, and then Luka versus Houston. The Rockets got Cam Whitmore and Thompson last night, and I don't know how Whitmore fell as far as he did, but hey, it's good for the Rockets. It's good for Ime Udoka. That's cool. Now the Mavericks, they got Dereck Lively, Oliver Prosper, along with Luka, who's always cranked in this game. They marched all the way here as a 7th seed. The Hawks, they got Quinn Snyder, and that's all they need. The Pacers are pretty solid, though. They have 2 99 overall rookies, along with James Harden, Tyrese Haliburton, and Miles Turner. I'm expecting to see the Pacers take on the Mavericks in the finals. Yep, that's right. I am predicting 2 separate upsets. Am I going to be right for both? Only one, it looks. The Pacers move on. Houston and Dallas, game 6 right here, and the Houston Rockets move on. One half of the Twins taking on Jarace Walker. Just found out it's Jarace Walker, not Jarace Walker. I'm sorry. Game 7, Rockets versus Pacers. Rockets are going on a huge run, but the Pacers are fighting back. Their home court, they're trying to defend it. It's a close game. We're jumping into this 120-117, a minute 20 left to go. Jalen Green has the ball. He's trying to score for his team, extend that lead. 4 seconds left. He's going to pump fake. He's going to give it to Thompson. Thompson over Harden. Can he hit it? He misses in and out. Rebound by Walker. The Pacers only need 3 points to tie this game, or maybe take a 2 and try to take the lead next possession. There's a little bit of time on the clock. A minute's enough to work with. 3 young rookies are on the court right now with James Harden. Sheppard's going to get to the line here. It would have been nice for him to get an and 1. They would have been closer to, you know, that tied game, but hopefully he makes these 2. He's a 99 overall. He shouldn't miss them. And just like that, he ends up making both of them, making it a 1-point game in game 7 of the NBA Finals. Jabari Smith Jr. gives it to Thompson. Thompson guarded by Harden. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He's getting clamped by James Harden. This is crazy. Mid-range J, and he makes it. Oh my God. One half of the Thompson twins just hit a nutty shot over James Harden, contested and everything. You see the look on the fans' face. They can't believe it. He's staring down everyone as he walks to the bench. 3-point game with only 29 seconds left. The Pacers need a good shot here. They could take a quick 2, or they could get a 3 to tie the game. Sheppard's going to go to the rack and take an awful shot. He gets his own rebound out to Wong. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wong takes a mid-range over Jalen Green. I don't know what he's thinking. Whitmore gets the rebound. And unless something crazy happens, it looks like the Houston Rockets are your NBA champions. They come to home court and beat the Pacers. It's a 5-point game with 14 seconds left. That is if Whitmore makes his free throw. Of course he is, though. He's a 99. He's goated. He should be perfect. There's no way the Pacers come back and win this. Jarace Walker, deep 3. Oh my God, there is a chance. Jarace Walker pulls with the green light. They're going to foul Thompson, which, like I said, they're 99 overalls. They shouldn't miss this, and it's still going to be a 4-point game, so we need another crazy 3 from the Pacers. The first one was good. Now we're just waiting for the second one. Can Thompson make this game a little bit more out of reach? And he does. 4-point game, 10 seconds left. James Harden dribbling up the ball. They give it to Sheppard. He's going to take a contested 3, and that one's out. The game is over. The Houston Rockets are your NBA champions. Thompson gets his first ring, along with Cameron Whitmore and Jalen Green, Jabari Smith. The Rockets have a fun roster. Congrats on the title, but it's time for Season 2. Amen Thompson is your finals MVP, 25, 8, and 11. 7 with 2 steals. He had a great run for his first title. Apparently, I need to be paying attention to the trades going on in this league because Zach LaVine was traded from Chicago to the Suns. Bradley Beal, who now joins Spencer Dinwiddie and Old DeRozan. Kawhi Leonard left the Clippers to join Joel Embiid, which is kind of like poetry after he hit that shot against the Sixers. Jalen Brown and LaMelo Ball signed with the Raptors this offseason, which is even crazier. That's a fun little big three. Balls and dicks, who loves them? If I could choose one team to win this year, I think it's that team. I think I'm going to cheer for them, root for them. We got Siakam, Poole, and Van Vliet over on the Wizards. I would say, oh, there was another weird blockbuster trade, but no, Siakam just decided he wanted to sign here. Fred's been here for a year. Mr. Baguette wins an MVP once again, 30, 15, 9, 2, and 3. What do you expect? This guy wins Rookie of the Year. You're not as good as the last rookies we had, so I don't care. Trae Young, 6th Man of the Year. That's crazy, him coming off the bench. Victor wins another Defensive Player of the Year. Sadiq Bey is your most improved, and Rick Carlisle is your Coach of the Year. All-NBA first team, we got Brandin, Thompson, Victor, Chris Murray, and Jokic. I'm glad that some of the players that aren't rookies are still showing up. Usually I hate Luka. It's cool to see him around. Scoot Henderson finally makes an appearance on an All-NBA team, 21-10-9 this season. I can't believe that he didn't go number 2. And even in this fictional universe, Anthony Davis can't stay healthy because he has 2 different injuries right now. How is that? I've never seen that. Is that even possible? Well, if today it is. Rockets versus Utah, Indiana versus Atlanta. I believe these are the teams we just saw last year, am I right? I don't think we saw the Jazz last year, but they do have that big 3. The Rockets just won a title. Can they make it back to the finals and try to go back-to-back like the cover of Lethal Weapon? They're up 3-2 against the Jazz, so it's very possible they'll go back-to-back like Jordan 96-97, but we got a Game 7. Speaking of 96-97, we got 2 Game 7s. That's big-time basketball right there. First up, we got the Hawks and the Pacers. Quinn Snyder just isn't fair at all. As I say that, they come back. I was just about to talk the Hawks are dominating. There's no way the Pacers win this. That sucks. But now it is a 2-point game with 43 seconds left. Can the Pacers do what they failed to do last year and clutch up in a Game 7? They are going to have to play some amazing defense in order to do that, though. They're currently down 2. Trae Young, a move on James Harden. It goes out. Oh my God, I thought that was dropping. Walker has the ball. 30 seconds left in the game. Tyrese is on the court. I don't think he was last time we jumped in. James Harden guarded by Trae Young. That should be an easy matchup, but they're going to give it to Tyrese. Miles Turner setting a screen on the right. He pulls a mid-range shot. It's out, though. And unfortunately, it looks like for the second straight year, the Pacers are going to choke in Game 7. They foul. These aren't guaranteed, though. He's not a 99. He makes the first. If he misses this shot, there is still a chance. They have 2 99s on the floor, along with James Harden, Benedict Mathurin, and Miles Turner, but he greens it. We saw the crazy shot that Jarace Walker hit last season. Maybe he could do it again. It looks like they're going to go James Harden, though. 16 seconds left. They find Mathurin in the corner. He pulls the 3. No hesitation, but it's out. Once again, unfortunately, the Pacers have choked in a Game 7. The Hawks are moving on to the finals with DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, DeAndre Hunter, and Kobe Bufkin. Or Bufkin. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not going to try either. This is going to sound really random, but every time I see Kobe Bufkin's name, and I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but I'm going to pronounce it that way. All I can think of is the 2 words buff and chicken being combined, and I think of like a crazy cracked out steroid using Chicken Little fighting somebody. Like, you know how that Cocaine Bear movie just came out? Now imagine Chicken Little on steroids. Actually, to be honest, I feel like that's not far-fetched. Isn't that like a whole issue with farming? That's why people are vegetarians or something. They give the chickens a bunch of steroids so they're fat and better to sell, and they break their legs and die. I know it's some crazy stuff, but I learned it in science class when I was a kid. But nobody cares about no damn science lesson. They only care about the NBA Finals between Kobe and Thompson. They beat the Jazz by 24 in Game 7, by the way. It wasn't close whatsoever. Can the Rockets go back-to-back? Make NASA proud. Make the space people proud. Shout out Elon Musk, or maybe not. He's not the greatest guy. But you know who is a great guy? Ime Udoka and Amen Thompson, because they just won their 2nd championship together, back-to-back. Is it amen or amen? I don't know. I always asked that question when I was dragged along to Sunday school as a kid, and every single time they're like, okay, you got to do this prayer, I would always switch it up. I'd say amen or amen. I'm not really religious, but I had to go to Sunday school as a kid. It was kind of like babysitting when my parents were out doing. It was crazy, all right? But I won't lie, the free donuts were pretty gas. I'm like, every single morning I'd walk in there, bam, Dunkin' Donuts. 8-year-old little Codeine was ecstatic. Anthony Edwards is signed with the San Antonio Spurs, so him and Victor, a nice little duo. I also just realized that Kuzma is here as well. Curry doesn't exist anymore. Giannis is the new leader of the Golden State Warriors, along with Brandin Podziemski. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I don't really care either. Sheppard Shout out to Pascal. And see, this one I'm not going to mispronounce, because what if someone who is from France watches this video and yells at me because I can't pronounce his name right? He played with Victor, so I should probably know him. Then again, I don't think I can even pronounce Victor's last name properly yet. It's going to be like the whole Giannis thing all over again. And now that I'm thinking about it, if French people were watching this video, they'd already be pretty upset because I called Victor Baguette Man. I could have said escargot or something. Isn't that snails? That's what they eat over in France. I don't know. 3 for 3. Victor gets another MVP. 32, 13, 10, 3, and 3. Crazy numbers for him. Shout out VJ Miller. Reminds me of Carrot Top, that one ginger comedian. Or Ron Weasley or Ed Sheeran. I don't know. What other stereotypical redheaded joke can I make? Cade Cunningham, 6th man of the year. Ron Holland, most improved, and coach of the year goes to Will Hardy. They went 75-7. They now have the greatest record in NBA history. What's their roster looking like? I know they got a few rookies, but did they add anybody? Kyrie Irving signed there at like the beginning of the video. Other than that, no new additions to the team besides Terry Rozier. Everyone else is Utah Jazz guys who have just, oh my god, they got the Utah Jazz guy back. Gordon Hayward has returned to Utah to retire here. I'm only assuming. He hasn't really done much the last few years of his career. That broken foot is still one of the saddest moments in NBA history, and honestly probably Celtics history, and I might be overreacting, but man, he was playing so well, and bop, there goes his ankle. We got the same 4 teams in the Eastern and Western Conferences once again, so I'm just simulating straight to the finals. We got a different result this time. Pacers versus Jazz, and like I said, the Jazz just had a crazy record. If they don't win this, I'd be shocked. But then again, the Pacers are not giving up. They have choked so many different times already before, and unfortunately, they're in another Game 7, which seems to be their downfall. Can they change that assumption, though? Will they break the Pacers' Game 7 curse, or are they going to fall to the Utah Jazz? Which is exactly what they do. They lose by about 20. The Jazz had 3 different players who either did have a triple-double or almost had a triple-double, so no wonder they won. Walker tried his best to carry the team, but Tyrese didn't step up. James Harden didn't step up. Miles Turner kind of disappeared. He had 5 blocks, but he didn't shoot the ball. The Pacers' Game 7 curse continues. At this point, I want to keep the video going till they win a title, but that might never happen if they keep going to Game 7. Taylor Hendricks is your finals MVP, and I believe this is a year where a majority of the guys become free agents. Draymond Green is now retiring as well. I can't believe that he just kind of sucks when he doesn't play for Golden State. They gave him to Portland and the Clippers, and everyone traded him. It's a mess. Go hang out with Shrek and Fiona, Mr. Donkey Man. I hope you have a nice retirement filled with podcasting and debating and hating Jordan Poole. Victor has won MVP every single season, and his team is finally starting to get better. I want to see him in the finals. He has Anthony Edwards. Marcus Smart is now on the team, and you guys all know how much I love this man. But my god, does this team stink. They're 9-13 with Ant and Victor. It's wild. How are you going to be MVP and still never like make the playoffs or the second round or the finals? Poor Greg Popovich is either retired or he's depressed right now. Who would have thought a video where everyone's a 99, the one guy who might actually become a 99 is the bust of the video? It's none other than the brother of Keegan Murray. They look identical. That's why his face scan is here. MVP, 30 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Maybe Dame will finally get his ring. On top of that, Kris Murray is wearing Brandon Roy's number, so it's a little more special. Cameron Boozer wins Rookie of the Year. Shea is your 6th man, still coming off the bench. Victor, Defensive Player of the Year, averaging a triple-double. Cody Williams is your most improved. Monty Williams is your Coach of the Year. They're not related, I don't think, but that's kind of cool to see. Victor and the Spurs still have not made the playoffs whatsoever, but I feel like this year we might get a new finals matchup because the Pacers are eliminated. Somebody new from the Eastern Conference, that is. The West, it's still the Jazz and the Houston Rockets. Magic versus Jazz in the finals. The Magic have Jett Howard, Anthony Black, Lauri Markkanen is here to get his revenge. Paulo Banchero, Domantas Sabonis also on that team. Bam is on the Jazz now. The whole roster is all out of whack. Jazz are taking a 2-1 lead. They take a 3-1 lead. I thought they were about to win another championship, and finally they do. In 6th, they're your champs. Taylor Hendricks, another finals MVP. We're gonna go one more season here to see how the rookies do. I wonder who's gonna win MVP this following season. I'm not gonna lie. If Victor didn't win it this year, Kris Murray is now winning it. There could be other players who steal it from one of those 2 men. And some of the rookies have left their original teams. Dereck Lively is now teaming up with Joel Embiid over for the 76ers. And don't worry, Kawhi's still here. He's just old and not as good as Jonathan Isaac or Tyus Jones. Kris Murray, Jalen Brunson, Kyrie Irving, Brandon Ingram, and John Butler are making one of the greatest teams ever. Not really, but it was an odd looking squad. Luka is a Chicago Bull these days. The whole league is a little bit wild. Jalen Brown, I completely forgot that he left the roster. Kevin Durant at the age of 39 has signed with the Miami Heat. I don't know where Jimmy Butler went. He probably retired by now. Tyrese Haliburton is on the Wizards, I believe, as well. The whole league is out of whack, and we're going to simulate this final season. And hopefully it's the year that Victor wins a championship. I mean, he is the #1 most talked about guy in this entire draft class, and he's done nothing but be bad at basketball. I swear to God, this man just hates basketball or something. His whole life has changed upside down from going, yeah, I'm going to be the best to, I'm going to break my leg, actually. So it looks like Victor's definitely not winning the championship right now. And as I was simulating through the season, I had to open Twitter real quick, got a little bored. And I just want to take a second to let you guys know, search this man's name up on TikTok or the internet or something, watch a few videos, they'll give you a laugh. I don't know what's up with the Orlando Magic getting a bunch of players who are TikTok superstars, but hey, whatever, man. If that's the culture they want to grow, then grow it. In other news, Jamal Murray was traded for Clint Capella and Isaiah Joe. James Wiseman and Jackson Hayes were both traded for some random guys. Karl Anthony Towns got traded for Jonathan Kuminga. Kyrie got traded for 2 random dudes. I mean, I'm sure they're not random, but they're not as good as Kyrie. At this point, he's old and probably not as good, so I guess it's a fine trade. It's just weird seeing these names getting moved. At this point, we definitely got to consider Amen Thompson as the MVP of this video, not just this season. He's won 2 championships. He's now an MVP, averaging a 25-point triple-double. Shea is still stuck as 6th man over there in the Thunderland. Dereck Lively wins Defensive Player of the Year, teaming up with Joel Embiid. Maybe he taught him a few things. Most improved, Mike Miles Jr. This guy's 6'1". He's a midget. Good for him. Love the Short King Nation. He's also been on 5 different teams since I put him into the league, where I made him an 80 overall. I didn't put him in the league. Some other guy put him in the league. I just downloaded this, okay? Jack Vaughn is your Coach of the Year, going 66 and 16. And out of the 3 All-NBA teams, Jokic is the only player on it that is not a rookie this year, so the rookies have officially taken over. The Spurs are the 5th seed with Victor out. He's currently fractured right leg still. Season gone. They have to go up against the Golden State Warriors and somehow win without Victor being on the team. This team has Giannis and 2 99s along with Jamal Murray. It's wraps for the San Antonio Spurs. Sorry, Popovich. I don't make the rules. It's not my fault that Victor got a broken leg. Maybe you guys should train him better. Put some muscle on him. That's everyone's main complaint right now. They think he's going to break in the first week. We got the Brooklyn Nets with De'Aaron Fox, Dariq Whitehead, Nasir Cunningham, Noah Clowney. They are going to face up against Ball Brown Dick or Brown Dick Ball. I don't know how to combine those 3 to be a funny name, but you get the idea. They also got Jarace Walker. He got sick of the Pacers. I said earlier that I'm rooting for the Raptors, so they better win. They lost in 5. That's really embarrassing. Okay, that's what you get for wanting Canada to do good. I'm sorry, Drake. Please don't write a song about me. Actually, no, do write a song about me. You know how cool that would be? The Nets are up 3-1 against the Jazz. The Jazz trying to come back. We got a game 7. The Jazz have won a few championships. Are they gonna win another? They drafted the most players, so it kind of makes sense on why they're doing so good. They win by 11 against the Brooklyn Nets. Dariq Whitehead only had 21, but Taylor Hendricks 30, 10, and 8 with 2 blocks. The whole team played pretty solid all around. Jordan Walsh from the Celtics ended up going to Utah this season. I think he's gonna be great on the Celtics. Is he gonna be like amazing Rookie of the Year type guy? No. He'll be a nice 3-and-D wing type dude. I rock with it. Keyonte George gets his first Finals MVP, averaging 29 and 13 with 8 assists. He also had 3 steals. Don't want to look over that, but that's gonna do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the rookies as 99. Subscribe if you haven't already, and that's it for me. As always, been your boy Little Codeine. Peace.